It is the weekend, so you know it's time for the Instagram raffle. So for today, I'm going to do little mini rugelachs, which are those little croissants. They look like croissant shapes and they have fillings inside, and I'm going to do a variety. I did some research online and all of the crust recipes call for cream cheese. So it reminds me of the mini pies that I made a few weeks ago where there was cream cheese in the dough. I have a rolling pin somewhere, but I can't find it right now. So I'm going to make do with a soda stream cartridge, and I'm wrapping it in parchment paper and making a rolling pin out of that. So if you don't have a rolling pin, just find something to roll with. First thing we need is 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I love Philadelphia brand. Then it calls for 2 sticks of butter. 1, 2. Half a cup of sugar. Take my cup and do roughly half. Gently cream that with the spatula. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. Some of the recipes don't call for sour cream, but since I happen to have it, I figured I would use a recipe that calls for it, and maybe my dough will be creamier. So I'm going to do 1/3 cup of sour cream. Add that in. I'm just going to add 2 cups of flour. 1, 2. So I'm going to start touching it and moving it around here. All right. This is still a little tiny bit sticky and hard to work with, so I'm going to just take a little tiny bit, a sprinkle of flour on the outside. That little amount, which was not even a teaspoon, made all the difference in me being able to work with it. All right, so here's what my dough looks like right now. I'm going to break it into 4 sections. And 4. This would be the point that you would take all 4 balls and wrap them in plastic and put them in the refrigerator for about, it says like 2 hours, but I don't have 2 hours for that. So I'm just going to go with it on one of them, and we'll get the other 3 in the refrigerator in the meantime, just to get a little chill on them. The goal is to roll it into a 9-inch circle. And this cutting board is about maybe 10 or 12 inches across. So it's about the right size. So I'm going to just flour the bottom just a tad so that it doesn't stick, just like pizza dough, and we put it down. We'll take my homemade rolling pin. That rolling pin would be very handy right now. All right, so what I've made here is I've taken the Penzeys vanilla sugar and the Penzeys cinnamon, and I've made a cinnamon sugar mixture in this little bowl. And I would say it's probably 2/3 sugar, 1/3 cinnamon. And I'm going to take this, and I'll do the cinnamon one first. We're going to sprinkle it on here. All right. So I'm going to take my pizza cutter now, and I'm going to give it a cut down the middle, crisscross, and then I'm going to cut this into another 4 pieces. So, whoa! I place my pizza cutter. I'm holding this side of the dough each time so it doesn't travel up the pizza roller. All right, now I have all my triangles, and now I'm going to roll them. This is fun. They're so cute. All right, this is what I have so far. Now, in my experience, when I do pies, it's nice to have some egg white, and I brush it on the top of the pie, because then it will brown it a little, and I can sprinkle some cinnamon sugar and it'll stick to the egg white little moisture that's on top. So I'm going to do that with this. That's not in the recipe, but I'm going to add that. So let me get an egg. Let me get an egg white going. Be right back. So here's my egg. I crack, and I carefully drop it from side to side, end up with an egg white. And then I'm going to just brush the top of these gently. I'm just going to pinch a little and sprinkle on top of each one. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator for a minute while I roll the next dough for here. So make a nice flour base. Start with the ball of my hand. Get as far as I can get without the rolling pin. And then I'll bring in my fake rolling pin. There we go. On this one, I'm going to do some orange marmalade. I'll spread it gently. Now I'm going to take my raisins and nuts and sprinkle. So this has it's more finely chopped raisins. They're not whole raisins at all. I actually put them into the mini chopper with the nuts and chop them up a little bit more finely, since this is a smaller bite-size dessert. Now I'm going to take my pizza slicer and I'm going to do it right down the middle. You can see that you need to hold this side down. But when it starts to go, it's helpful to have your finger there so it doesn't lift up. Then we're going to roll them. Roll, 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 roll. So we'll a little bit of sugar. So I'll get these in the refrigerator now, and then we'll get on to the chocolate ones. Round 3. For this one, we'll do some Nutella. So let's see if I can get this a nice thin layer. I also had the idea to sprinkle the top of the chocolate ones with some Nesquik, so it'll be like almost like a little cocoa topping. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to mix the Nesquik with the white sugar, so it'll be like a chocolate sugar mixture. I feel like a scientist. I have half Nesquik and half vanilla sugar mixed in here, and that's what I'll sprinkle on top. So I'm going pizza cutter. Let's do the same thing we've been doing. Here we go. Crisscross. Oh boy. So we're going to do our usual, this is really sticky, so it's going to stick to the roller. Now I'm going to roll. I'm going to take my chocolate sugar mixture and I'm going to sprinkle it on top. So we've got some chocolate ones and some cinnamon sugar ones about to go in for the first batch. It says those need to bake for about 20 minutes, so I'll just watch the clock and I'm going to go get the next tray to finish. Okay, this is fun. Now we're going to roll these. So cute. These are so cute. Some chocolate sugar on those. Okay, second batch ready to go in. Now we have our last dough ready to roll, and on this one I'm going to go with the chocolate chips on it. So get our dough ball ready. Got my chocolate melted pretty well now. I'm just going to pour it right into the middle and spread it from the middle. It's the best way to do it, I think. Got to move quickly on chocolate because the chocolate will get hard pretty quick. 1, ooh, stop it. 2, yowza. This does not want to stay. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try a regular knife to see if that gives us an easier time. Ugh. This is delicate. Here we go. Idea. I'm going to go with a bigger knife. I'm bringing out the big guns now. What I'm doing here now is I'm taking this big knife and I'm just whacking it down the middle and separating it. 2, 3. Roll it. I think it's a 2-knife job. So I have these sprinkles that I found in the cabinet, and I'm going to take some on my hand like this. To get the little sprinkles to stick, I'm going to brush a little tiny bit of egg white on this. There's the chocolate ones, and now they have more of a coarse sprinkle on top, so I'll be able to tell them apart from the Nutella ones. Right. Let me show you the first batch. They are really adorable, actually. They look so cute. They came out perfectly. They're golden browned, and they are just the sweetest looking. Here, let me show you. Look how cute. It's like a little baby. One down. Oh, darn it. I'll have to eat that one. Because, yeah, I'll eat it right off the floor. Not a problem for me. Here it is, just to prove that it's not, the one from the floor is not going to any raffle winner. I'm going to eat it myself right now. Proof. Hot. Yummy. What it looks like inside. It's got a little, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Bye.